I'm literally vibrating with energy right now because I just saw the latest promo and oh my God, Leslie Thomas is about to get the shock of a lifetime. We all know Leslie has been riding high lately, thinking she successfully bought her way into the elite circles of Fairmont Crest by funding that free clinic. She genuinely thought she was untouchable. But guess what? Karma is knocking loudly at her door, and her name is Dr. Monica McCormick. The brand new chief of staff at Garland Memorial is not playing games, and she is about to shatter Leslie's fragile little world. In the promo, we see Monica pulling Leslie aside right at the nurse's station, not even in the privacy of a closed office, right out in the open where anyone could hear, and she drops the absolute biggest bombshell imaginable. The agreement between the hospital and the free clinic is officially terminated. Dead. Over. Done. I can only imagine the sheer, unadulterated horror that is going to wash over Leslie's face. You guys know Leslie. She is going to lose her absolute mind. I am screaming just thinking about it. For weeks, she has been parading around the hospital, acting like Mother Teresa, using this philanthropic clinic to wipe her slate clean after all the horrible, vindictive things she has done to the Duprees and her own family. And now, snatched away, just like that. Leslie is going to stand there, completely frozen, her eyes wide, probably clutching her designer handbag like it is a life preserver on the Titanic. But knowing Leslie's psychology, the pure shock is only going to last for about 3 seconds before the deep, dark paranoia sets in. Because in Leslie's twisted, narcissistic world, nothing is ever just a business decision. Everything is a targeted personal attack. And this is exactly where it gets completely unhinged. Instead of acting like a rational adult and asking about the legalities or the hospital board's decision-making process, what does Leslie do? She immediately jumps to the most delusional, self-centered conclusion possible. I cannot make this up. Leslie actually has the audacity to look Dr. Monica McCormick dead in the eye and ask bluntly if this termination is because of the love triangle between her, Ted, and Chenise. Yes, she actually goes there. She thinks this massive, multi-million-dollar hospital policy decision is happening because of her messy, pathetic love life. She genuinely believes that Chenise, a nurse who is currently grieving the tragic death of her best friend Derek Baldwin, somehow manipulated the chief of staff to pull the plug on the clinic just to spite her. I mean, the narcissism, it is absolutely off the charts. Let me tell you, Monica is not having it. You do not get to the prestigious position of chief of staff at Garland Memorial by entertaining high school soap opera drama in the hallways. Monica is going to be visibly disgusted. I can see the righteous anger flashing in her eyes right now. She just stepped in to replace Dr. Leah Whitmore, who dragged the hospital's reputation through the mud with her illegal underground plasma ring, and now she has to deal with Leslie acting like a paranoid reality TV star. Monica is going to shut her down so incredibly fast. I am living for this moment. Monica is not going to sugarcoat a single word. She is going to look at Leslie and deliver the ultimate verbal smackdown that we have all been waiting for. Use your brain. That is exactly what Monica tells her. I am literally cheering at my screen. Monica fires back, completely insulted and furious that Leslie would even dare to suggest she is acting as Chenise's puppet. Monica makes it crystal clear, not everyone abuses their power and professional position for personal petty gain. Oh, the shade. That was a direct, lethal hit at Leslie, because that is exactly what Leslie does. Leslie uses her money, her influence, and her clinic to manipulate people and buy forgiveness. Monica is basically holding up a mirror to Leslie's ugly, manipulative soul and forcing her to look at it. It is an absolute masterclass in putting an arrogant person in their place, and Monica delivers it flawlessly. Then, Monica lays out the cold, hard facts. It has absolutely nothing to do with Chenise, Ted, or any ridiculous romantic rivalry. It is all about the plasma ring, the stolen plasma, the illegal black market organ trafficking, Leah Whitmore used her position to facilitate this massive criminal enterprise, and the free clinic is unfortunately tied to that mess. It is a massive legal liability. Garland Memorial simply cannot afford to be associated with a clinic that is currently wrapped up in an active, highly dangerous police investigation. Jacob Hawthorne is out there risking his life, going undercover, trying to take down the impaler, who we all know is Joey's sister, Heather, and the hospital board is terrified of the PR nightmare. It is a unanimous decision by the board. It is just business, Leslie. But Monica, trying to maintain some semblance of professionalism despite Leslie's insane accusations, throws her a tiny, fragile bone. She says that they might have a chance to cooperate again in the future, but only after the entire plasma ring case is completely, thoroughly resolved. Only when the police have cleared the clinic of any wrongdoing and the criminals are behind bars. Which, let's be real, is going to take forever because Joey Armstrong is actively protecting his sister. But Monica is just doing her duty. She delivers the devastating news, defends her own integrity, and essentially tells Leslie to back off, leaving her standing there in the wreckage of her shattered social ambitions. But do you guys honestly think Leslie is going to listen to reason? Of course not. This is Leslie Thomas we are talking about. Her brain literally cannot process logic when her massive ego is bruised. She heard Monica say the words plasma ring, but I guarantee you all her brain registered was Chenise 1. I am telling you right now, Leslie is going to completely ignore the very valid legal reasons Monica just gave her. In her twisted mind, the narrative is already set in stone. Chenise is the ultimate enemy. Chenise poisoned Monica against her. Chenise is trying to ruin her life because Chenise knows Ted still has a soft spot for the mother of his child. It is pure, unadulterated delusion, and I am here for every single chaotic second of it. I can already predict exactly what is going to happen next. Leslie is going to see red. She's going to pivot on those expensive designer heels and march down the hospital corridors like a woman possessed by a demon. You know that walk, the aggressive shoulder-swinging stomp? She is going to hunt Chenise down like prey. She doesn't care who is watching. She doesn't care that they are in a hospital where her own daughter, Eva, just had a life-saving liver transplant thanks to Kat. All gratitude is completely gone. The new and improved Leslie is dead and buried. The vicious, vindictive, hateful Leslie is back, and she is out for absolute blood. Imagine the scene. Leslie bursting into a break room or cornering Chenise right by a patient's room. You think you're so smart, don't you? I can hear Leslie screaming it now. She is going to unleash a toxic torrent of abuse on Chenise. She will blame Chenise for the entire clinic disaster. You couldn't stand that I was doing something good. You couldn't stand that Ted was looking at me with respect, so you manipulated Monica to shut me down. It is going to be so loud, so messy, and so incredibly inappropriate for a professional workplace. Leslie is going to try to tear Chenise down to her absolute lowest point, using every nasty insult in her arsenal. But hold on a second. Chenise is not going to take this lying down. Not anymore. A few weeks ago, maybe Chenise would have taken the high road and walked away. But Chenise has been through absolute hell lately. She just lost Derek. She watched Martin collapse. She survived a devastating tornado. Chenise is completely done playing nice with this toxic, delusional woman. I know Chenise is going to step right up to Leslie and get right in her face. Are you out of your damn mind? Chenise is going to completely dismantle Leslie's pathetic argument. She will tell Leslie that the universe does not revolve around her. She will tell her that she has far better things to do than sabotage a charity clinic, like actually saving patients' lives. Chenise is going to stand her ground fiercely, and it is going to be glorious to watch. And just when it looks like they might actually get physical, guess who is going to walk in? Ted. Of course, it has to be Ted. He is going to hear the screaming echoing from down the hall. He will rush in, looking completely exhausted. The poor man has been through the absolute ringer. He sat vigil while Kat was fighting for her life with a spiked heart rate. He dealt with Nicole confessing her lingering fantasies to him. He does not have the emotional bandwidth for Leslie's insane tantrums. Ted is going to step right between them, throwing his hands up. What the hell is going on here? And Leslie, playing the eternal victim as always, will immediately try to spin the narrative with fake tears. Ted, your girlfriend is trying to destroy my clinic. But Ted isn't stupid. He knows Leslie better than anyone. He knows exactly how she spirals and deflects blame. I am so incredibly confident that Ted is going to look at Leslie and tell her to back off immediately. He is going to defend Chenise with everything he has. He knows Chenise's pure heart. He knows she would never, ever sabotage a charity clinic just for petty, jealous revenge. Ted is going to tell Leslie that she is way out of line, that she is acting crazy, and that she needs to leave the premises before she causes a bigger scene. The look of utter betrayal and shock on Leslie's face is going to be pure cinematic gold. She is going to feel completely abandoned and humiliated by the man she secretly still desperately wants. This is going to be the ultimate breaking point for Leslie. Think about the psychological toll. Her house was completely destroyed by the tornado. Her daughter almost died on an operating table. And now, her clinic, her one source of pride, redemption, and social leverage is gone. And the man she loves just chose her rival over her, right to her face, in public. Leslie is going to be pushed into a dark, desperate corner, and we all know what happens when a narcissist is cornered. They lash out with unprecedented cruelty. This confrontation is going to permanently destroy whatever fragile, temporary peace existed between them after Eva's surgery. Leslie is going to storm out of that hospital with a heart full of pure, unadulterated venom. And what about Eva? She just woke up from a major liver transplant. She genuinely thinks her mother has turned over a new leaf and become a better person. When Eva eventually finds out that Leslie is back to screaming in hospital hallways like a lunatic and attacking the woman her father loves, it is going to break that poor girl's heart all over again. Leslie promised to be better. She promised Kat and the Duprees that she was a profoundly changed woman. But this clinic disaster is going to expose the ugly, undeniable truth. Leslie Thomas only cares about her own ego. The emotional fallout from this is going to ripple through the entire Richardson Smith family, and it is going to be devastating. Where does she go from here? I am calling it right now. Mark my words. This is the exact catalyst that pushes Leslie right back into the darkness. Remember how Haley Hamilton has been practically begging Leslie to form an alliance to take down the Duprees? Leslie said no before because she wanted to play the good mother for Eva. But now that she feels the entire world has turned against her and stripped her of her dignity, Leslie is going to pick up her phone, dial Haley's number, and say, I'm in. Oh my God. A Leslie and Haley team up? The sheer destruction they will cause. The poison, the lies, the manipulation. Fairmont Crest is absolutely not ready for the unholy, terrifying alliance that is about to be formed, all because Dr. Monica McCormick decided to simply do her job. I cannot wait to see the chaos unfold next week.